I'm extremely excited for tonight. I am extremely excited for tonight. Not only to be here with all of you guys, but also because we have the man, the myth, the legend, Joey Wilson, going to be speaking here in about 10 minutes. And then the number one guy in this entire profession, Mr. Alex Morton, is going to be coming on this call. He's in another meeting right now. He's going to step out and he's going to speak to you guys and deliver some big time vision, man, and some big time information. And if you guys were at Break the Code last weekend in Miami, go ahead and drop a 2 in the chat and keep dropping in the chat where you're calling in from, what city, what state, what country. Like Joey said, my name is Richard Ustra. I'm a chairman here with this incredible company, I Am Mastery Academy. I'm also a TLX brand ambassador, and I am super pumped up, guys. I'm coming to you live from beautiful Panama City, Panama right now. It's summer here. I know it's winter in a lot of the parts of the world where we got a lot of Canadians and Americans on this call. I see we got New Zealand in the chat. We got Joey's out in SoCal, but guys, I'm gonna get straight to it, man. This call is for a very specific purpose. This is a launch call, and we got some special people on the call tonight that are launching. I want to give a shout out to my man Dan. And if you got invited by Dan tonight, I just want you to know that we want to welcome you here to this call, and we got some information for you guys that I truly believe is going to change your situation and change the way that you look at 2023. And my story is very simple, man. I mean, I came into this organization 3.5 years ago, September of 2019, almost 3.5 years ago, man. And it's crazy how fast time goes and how fast time flies. When you're doing something that you love, and when you love getting up out of bed every single day. And I've been able to travel all over the world. I've been able to have some incredible experiences and ultimately to help a lot of people and impact a lot of people as well. But, my story is simple. I grew up in a small town in Northern Canada where it gets down to like -50 every night, -40. Is pretty common in the wintertime. My family, when I was 5 years old, moved over to South Africa. So I spent 7 years of my life on a plane between Canada, Europe, and South Africa. And I got to see a lot of things that most kids don't get to see. And I had this incredible worldview that got shaped by those experiences. And when I got into junior high and high school, I was an athlete. I played hockey. I was obsessed with sports. I thought I was going to be a pro athlete. That never happened. I thought, well, maybe I'll go to school and get a job like my parents told me I should do. And, I ended up having like 25 jobs before I was 25 years old. I did everything. I started working when I was 11. In junior high, I had 2 jobs. In high school, I had 3 jobs. I was working in restaurants. I was working on farms. I worked construction. I did all kinds of different stuff. I ended up doing sales door to door when I was in college. I ended up dropping out of college, ended up working in the hospitality space. And I really just tried a lot of different things. And I got to this point in my life where I said, you know what, this whole working for somebody else thing isn't for me. I want to find something that I can do that's mine, where I can actually go and I can have my own business and I could be my own boss. And so I went on this journey. I didn't know what that was going to look like, but I just kept saying yes to opportunities and, had a lot of success, had a lot of failure, had a lot of ups and downs. If you're an entrepreneur or you've been in entrepreneurship and you know what I'm talking about, the ups and downs, the ebbs and flows, drop a 7 in the chat, because that was my life for about 8 years. And, by the grace of God and ultimately through a lot of hard work and persistence and holding on to the vision that I had of ultimately having this lifestyle of traveling the world, helping people, and living the lifestyle that I saw in my mind, in my imagination. 3 years ago, I got introduced to this concept, this information. And so, I'm going to share this with you. I'm going to get you guys started here as we go through some of this stuff. And my intention tonight, guys, is ultimately, I want to give you enough information to make a decision. And, I get to tee up Joey to talk about the second half of this thing tonight. And then Alex is going to close. But guys, I want to give you enough information to make a decision, because ultimately, this is about you and this is about your future, right? This is about your life and your future. This isn't about me. It's not about Joey. It's about you. So I want to welcome you guys tonight to I Am Mastery Academy. I believe this is the greatest opportunity in the world in 2023. And our story is very simple. All right. We empower people. And I can tell you guys, prior to coming into this platform, and prior to working with Alex, I had a lack in my life. I was lacking community, number one. I was lacking good mentorship, good leadership in my life. I was lacking residual income, which I desperately wanted. I knew about it, but I didn't have the right vehicle. I was really lacking adventure and the ability to have time freedom to really go out and have this life I wanted. And so I can tell you, since I joined this opportunity, my prior to and since story is that since joining this opportunity, I now have an abundance of all those things I mentioned. I have an abundance of community. I have an abundance of mentorship. I've been empowered to learn high value skills, that have allowed me to not only have a great lifestyle, but, create a future that I'm genuinely excited about. So I'm a product of the product. I've been in this company. I've been around this thing now for a while. And I can tell you that I have been empowered by this platform and by this company. And I want nothing more than now to help other people to do the same thing. So guys, we're going to talk about, to get started here, we're just going to talk about cash flow. All right. So drop the word cash flow in the chat. All right. Like Uncle G says, cash flow is king. And really there's 4 ways we can make money, right? There's 4 ways we can make money. So 60% of people are just like me. When I was growing up, when I was figuring out my path, I was an employee. And if you're an employee right now, be grateful for the job that you have. I'm not down on jobs. I'm just up on opportunity, right? But the facts is that 60% of people work for somebody else. 35% of people work for themselves, meaning they're self-employed. They're a barber, right? Maybe they own a restaurant. Maybe they own a food truck. Maybe they're a carpenter, a welder, a hairstylist, right? Maybe they're a self-employed sales contractor, whatever that looks like. That's 95% of the world. That makes up 95% of the market. And this group is controlling 5% of the assets, 5% of the wealth, 5% of the money. And then if you flip over to the 5%, right? And this comes from Robert Kiyosaki. If you guys haven't already picked up on that, for those of you guys that have read, Rich Dad Poor Dad and these incredible books that he's come out with to educate people on finance, when you go from the wrong side to the right side, now you're in the investor and business owner quadrant, which is the 5%. So my intention is to give you guys enough information so that you could say, hey, I want to get into the 5%. I want to join the 5% tonight. And I want to figure out what that looks like in the path that I can take to go down that road. Because ultimately 1% of the world are investors, meaning their money's working for them. 4% are business owners. And so here inside of IM, you can actually do both. That's what's so powerful about this platform, is that you can actually do both. You can do the 1% and the 4%. And I love this picture of what Bob Proctor says is, money strategies for the wealthy, right? Bob Proctor, one of the greatest Canadians to ever live, one of the greatest men in the business world, leaders, and really the godfather of personal development in the modern generation. Alex Morton's personal mentor for 11 years. He was a part of our company. He has a whole Mindset Mastery Academy actually built for the company. It's all recorded inside of Go Live, which you're going to hear about in a minute. But he talks about, this pyramid where, really 1% not only are investors, but they also have multiple sources of income, right? Multiple sources of income. So they're investing, but the pinnacle of that is really MSIs, or multiple sources of income. So how do we create multiple sources of income? How do we learn high value skill sets that are relevant in today's marketplace, right? Because what worked 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, isn't working anymore, right? We have stuff like Chat GBT. We have stuff like AI. We have stuff like, this evolution of technology that's happening where jobs are being eliminated, right? People's livelihoods are literally, people are being challenged in today's world going, well, how do I stay relevant? How do I have the right skill sets and the right mindset and the right strategy to be able to actually come here and succeed? And so what the company's done is put together a simplified learning platform where you can actually get education that can take you and change your situation. So what's the secret weapon? Like, are we just selling digital courses? Are you just logging in and watching education? Well, that's how you start. But the secret weapon of IM is Go Live. And Go Live is where you get real-time mentorship from professional educators that have come into this space and have had unbelievable results, unbelievable success, right? And the company said, listen, we want to bring you in. We want to give you a platform. We want to give you a channel that you can log into and you can learn this information. So getting real-time mentorship, guys, this is crazy. I mean, we have we have hundreds of stories in our team. I don't even want to get into the stories because we'd be here all night. But I can tell you guys that when you can take real information and combine it with real mentorship, the results speak for themselves. And this vehicle that we've created, this vehicle that IM has put together, it's a magic formula in the sense that it's not a get rich quick thing. It's not like you just sign up and you're gonna win big. But the formula has been fine-tuned over a decade, right? Our company's been around in July this year, 10 years. So over the last decade, we fine-tuned this formula to say, how do we help people really truly win? And go live is a huge part of that. So all of this stuff is mobile, right? You can take your smartphone, you can literally, I'm traveling all over the world right now. I'm doing 5 or 6 countries a year. I know Alex is going to be in like 10 or 12 countries this year, right? If you're the type of person that's on the go or you love to travel, right? This is perfect for you because you can take everything with you, all the strategies, all the apps, all the technology that we have. You can literally take it with you on your phone and you're never going to miss that opportunity. So guys, let's talk about trading strategies. So there's a lot of strategies that you can use in the markets. There's a lot of opportunity to say, hey, I'm going to come learn from this person, or I'm going to use this app or this scanner, this technology. And the reality is what we have, everything works, right? It comes down to how much time do you have? What kind of personality are you? Are you the kind of person that has 20 minutes a day? Are you the kind of person that maybe has a couple hours a day? Are you a fast-paced person? Are you like to take things slow? Are you a high-risk, individual? You like taking risks? Maybe you're not. You don't have a high-risk profile. Well, we have everything. We got everything you need. So we've got the Forex Academy, right? This is like the OG of our company. Is people can come in here and learn traditional foreign exchange trading, and then from there it just builds, right? So you have time-based trading. This is fast-paced stuff where you can literally come in and out of the market in minutes. And we have apps to go along with each academy and educators that go along live with each academy. And then we go into the crypto academy. So, we have people like Mike Sotero, who we were just spending time with in Miami. This guy is literally one of the top minds in the world in the DeFi space, the NFT space, right? We have about 10 educators now in DCX, and all of these guys are multi-language. So, this is in English, this is Spanish. We also have, I think now up to 20 other languages. Joey has a team in the Middle East, right? Alex has teams in Europe. We have teams in the South Pacific and Asia. So wherever you are in the world, you can tap in to this information and you can get the mentorship in your language, right? The next one is travel. So this is an education. The travel membership I'm going to touch on in a second. This is our hottest product in 2023. Since the new year started, our TLX travel membership has absolutely exploded. And this is something that I'm personally repping all over the world and super excited about. But guys, then we have things like e-commerce, we have stocks, we have social media, right? We have a Mindset Mastery Academy. You can literally come here and learn whatever you want to learn that fits your lifestyle, right? So we have people coming in saying, well, I want to travel and I want to blow up my social media. I want to learn TikTok. I want to learn Instagram. Great. You can get on the Social Media Academy, right? Maybe you're an investor, a traditional investor. You're saying, I love the stock market, right? I want to learn from the best people in the stock market. You can jump into SFX and you can combo that with something else. So this whole thing has been created as a lifestyle brand now. It's not just about education, it's really a lifestyle brand. And what ties that all together, really the glue that puts everything together, is the travel side. So I always say, trade, travel, transform. That's really the motto that we're running with in 2023. And for 1 second, I'm just going to touch on some of the value components of TLX, because I've never seen anything in travel that's this exciting and it has this much value in one single product. So you have a booking site, you can do group trips. We have a group trip coming up. There are 4 rooms left for our ski trip to Austria. It's 29 days away, right? That's something you get access to as a TLX member. We have anytime trips, experiences. You get a 5-star anniversary trip every year, a 5-star holiday every year to bucket list destinations. So how would you like to be a member for a year and then say, oh, by the way, you get an email, you just got a free trip to Ibiza. A year later, hey, listen, you've been a member with us for a couple of years. Now you've actually unlocked a trip to Thailand or to Paris, right? These bucket list destinations just keep getting better, more value, right? More exotic, more exclusive. And this is just our way of saying thank you for being a part of TLX. You get all the other benefits in the membership as well. Now, what if you want to do multiple things? This is really the beauty now of how the company has evolved and grown, right? Is that we have the Empowered Bundle. Now, the Empowered Bundle is only $275. You get to pick 2 products, plus you get the Mindset Mastery Academy, which is what Bob Proctor built with Alex. And now there's multiple educators, people like Greg and Melanie, all kinds of educators now that are inside of MMX teaching mindset, right? So the laws of success, the higher laws of success, how to learn, how to use your mind to get what you want in life, right? The movie The Secret, Think and Grow Rich, the Law of Attraction, all those things are broken down in simple terms so that you can actually understand, like, how does this information work? But guys, when you combine the education and you combine travel, I really believe this is the sweet spot, and this is the highest value that you could possibly get out of a membership inside of IM. So $275 to get started, $249 a month. You can make any combination you want for your lifestyle, for the time that you can put into this, or maybe you don't want to put any time into this and you just want to be a travel member. Boom, you can do that too. All right. So $275, $249. And like other popular companies that have created referral programs like Uber, Airbnb, Tesla, right? Maybe your cell phone provider has a referral program. We now have 2 and Free, where you can invite 2 other students or 2 other customers to get on the same membership as you. And you now have your education for free indefinitely every month, as long as those 2 people are active. So this is an unbelievable opportunity to get access to this all for literally no cost. And so what I'm going to do right now is I'm actually going to stop sharing my screen, and I'm going to introduce to you guys Mr. Joey Wilson. He's going to come on and share the second half of this thing and really show you how you can create that extra stream of income and really build that residual piece. Because, his story, I got so much respect for Joey, man. I've been building a relationship with him now since we've been working together. And I've just always heard about his consistency, his discipline, his persistence. When he saw this industry, he was like, well, I'm going to come in here and I'm going to give this thing not 10 days or 10 weeks, but he's like, I'm going to go put the time in. I'm going to put the years in so that I can become a master at this thing. And guys, a couple of years ago, he was inducted into the Hall of Fame inside of this industry. He was inducted into a club where very, very few people ever get to, right? Because he's the best in the business. So Joey is originally from Minnesota. And it's funny, I was thinking about this earlier. They always say, oh, Joey from Minnesota. And I always see this guy and he'd always have this amazing tan. And I'm like, yo, people in Minnesota don't have a tan. You know what I'm saying? Where is this guy living? And then I find out he's living in Miami. And I remember going, and the first time we really got to hang out was at the Porsche Design Tower in Miami. And I remember having a conversation with him and just going like, dude, this guy is so down to earth. He's so real. He's not hiding anything. He's literally, what you see is what you get. And I said, this is a guy I can learn from. This is a guy that I can lock arms with if I get the opportunity. And so I'm just grateful, man, that I've had that opportunity. I'm grateful that he, had a few minutes to jump on this call. He's a dad. He's got young kids at home. So he's a family man. He'll jump on a call and he's watching the baby monitor and he's helping people get started and change their life. So this is one of the realest dudes you'll ever meet. So guys, drop some love in the chat, put some fire in the chat for Mr. Joey Wilson, Chairman 100. Take it away, brother.
Throw those fire emojis in the chat for Richard, not for me. That was flawless, my brother. And also shoot me a text message of your PayPal, because I'm going to send you some money for talking all that good stuff about me, bro. I appreciate it. You make me sound way cooler than I actually am. So what's up, everybody? I hope you got some value out of the first portion of that call. Listen, if you're a guest on here, if you just want to trade, you can just trade. If you just want to travel with us, you can just travel with us. For me, my story goes like this. I saw this industry when I was 22 years old. I was broke, busted, and disgusted working at LA Fitness in Minnesota, where I'm from. I was selling memberships, and I remember thinking to myself, there has to be something else out there. Because when I got my paycheck, I was thinking, dude, I'm not going to be able to make a living making, $500 every 2 weeks. There's just no way. And I started thinking to myself, I got to surround myself with people that are successful. Job stands for just over broke. They pay you just enough to scrape by. If you have a high paying job on this call, God bless you. You and I both know that's not the case for most people. And I was thinking there has to be something out there. And, you become what you think about. And my subconscious must have went to work to find those avenues, to build those roads, to lead me to meet an individual that's one of the top earners in this industry. We started talking, and I've never heard of this industry before. And he goes, listen, man, I coach people all over the world. I teach them how to become financially free, and I can teach you. And I was like, you can teach me how to be financially free? What are we talking about? I had no clue what he was talking about, but I was open-minded. And long story short, I ended up driving over to his house in my 94 Honda Accord that I paid $600 for. And every time it rained, it leaked on me through the windshield. That's just where I was at in my life. And I had this brand new girlfriend who, it was just embarrassing to take her on dates. I had to put a towel over our laps if it was raining on the way to the dinner. And thank God she's still my wife to this day. She saw through the BS. She saw through the brokenness, right? But I pulled up to this guy's house and I'm like, wow, beautiful home, Range Rover, BMW. And that's not everything, right? Money isn't everything. But to me, I'm like, I just want to get the money thing figured out. And if this guy, I've never met someone this successful, for one, and he told me he would teach me how to be successful, for two, and I'm like, yeah, I'm all in. So I pulled up to his house, and I remember I popped the hood of my car. I had to disconnect my battery every time I shut off my car because my subwoofers would drain my battery, even when I'd pull out the key. So I'm at this guy's house for a business meeting, just so embarrassed. And I'm like, dude, I just need a life-changing opportunity. And he showed me this industry. I was 22 years old. He looked at me. Marcus felt that from Austin, Texas. Let's go. He looked at me after I saw the presentation, and he goes, are you ready to get started? And I remember thinking, I'm like, if this is real, my life is about to change. But I'm also skeptical. And I told him that. I said, listen, man, I'm skeptical. He said, I'm rich. How's skeptical working out for you? And I said, it's not really working. He said, if you want something different, you got to do something different. Stop listening, watching, and doing what broke people are doing, and start listening, watching, and doing what successful people are doing. He's like, what are we really talking about here? He's like, do you think I'm really calling you for a couple $100? No. Right? He's like, I can change your life. So I got started that day. I had $3 extra to my name in my bank account. And he gave me a $20 bill for gas just to get home. That's just where I was at in my life. And I remember driving home thinking to myself, I hope I'm not getting scammed here, but I'm ready to make a decision to push my chips all in to go crazy with this thing. 22 years old, got started, 25, hit my first 6 figures. And now I'm 33 years old today. One of our goals was to live down here in Laguna Beach. Britt and I, my wife, we grew up watching Laguna Beach. And I was so jealous, you know, here I am up in Minnesota where it's freezing all the time. And I see these kids that are my age on Laguna Beach enjoying life, surfing, skateboarding, palm trees. And I'm like, we got to get down there. So year after year, Britt kept saying, one more year. Let's just give it one more year up here in Minnesota and keep grinding. And that's what we did. And this past year, we moved down here. Well, last year we lived in Miami. This year we live in Laguna Beach. But we're just bouncing around. We're mobilepreneurs. See, you can build this business from anywhere around the world. And that's exactly what we're doing. And this is the fastest growing Forex and crypto academy on the planet for a reason, because it's working and the value is there. And there's no question about it that this is the absolute best. And is this the only way to make your dreams come true? Obviously not. But in my opinion, this is the greatest vehicle on the planet to get to where you want to go fast enough. And my mentor told me this. He said, Joey, my butt has been burning just to get the money thing figured out. He said, I'd rather sprint for 1,000 days than work for the next 40, 50, 60 years of my life just eking out a living. He said, I'd rather sprint for 1,000 days and just get the job done. And that's what you can do here. You can collapse time frames. And that's what I'm going to show you, how you can leverage a team of people to go out there and build an organization. Like Richard said, when we first got on, he was reading out the countries. We got New Zealand on here. We got the United States on here. We got South America on here. We got people from Europe on this call. I couldn't stop this thing if I tried. If you're on this call and you're a guest, listen, it's all good if you don't see the value. We're just looking for the people that are looking for us. But I tell you what, it's a lot better when you're making money together as a team. Money making is a team sport. And now let me show you exactly how you can make that work for you in your life. Because when you start trading with us, when you start traveling with us, and you're getting these discounts that we're talking about, and you start earning money on the markets or learning something from our educators, you're probably going to get excited about it, just like I did. I became the walking, talking billboard for this company. And you get a back office website that's put together by the company. Your name will appear up on the top left. You get a referral link that you can send to people to get started. And then you get a password protected back office that runs your entire business. All you have to do is invite people to these calls. That's it. The more people that you invite, the more success you're going to have. So I got good at one thing when I first got started, inviting people to see the information. I didn't need to be the expert trader. I didn't need to be the world traveler. I'm like, dude, we got the deal. I'm just going to start sharing this with people and start building up an income, right? And listen, there's 100 and something people on this call. If you want to do a launch call with me and Richard, we can help you launch your business. Right? Next Thursday, we'll do another one. Thursday after that, we'll do another one. If Thursday doesn't work for you, let me know. Let's do another one at a different date. But check this out. Here's how it works. You get, like Richard said, bring in 2 customers, not 2 a month, not 2 a year. Just whenever you have 2 active paying customers, your fees are waived as a thank you from the company. Bring in 1 more. Now you hit platinum 150 because you brought in 3 customers. Platinum 150 pays you $150 a month. That's nothing crazy, right? Don't quit your day job just yet. But who do those 3 people know? See, this is where it gets fun. 3 grows into 12. Boom. You just hit platinum 600. Now you're making an extra $600 a month. That's $7,200 a year of residual income. If you don't know what residual income is, this is what changed my life forever. Learning about this right here. It's money that keeps coming in for the work you did in the past. It's passive income. Jay-Z writes a song in 2001. I download that song tonight. He's getting paid off the song he wrote one time, right? Someone writes a book. Jim Collins, How the Mighty Fall. Every time someone buys this book, he's getting a royalty for it. Same thing here. Everybody on this call can go platinum 600 in the next 24 hours. For real, it's 12 customers. And that pays $600 a month, like clockwork. What could that do for your life? Maybe that's part of your rent. Maybe that's your car payment. Maybe that's an extra couple of vacations a year for you and your family. But it doesn't just stop there. Now you have 12 people. They can talk about something a lot faster than you can by yourself. So 12 grows to 30, boom, you just hit platinum 1,000. Now you're making $1,000 every single month, okay? You push over the first couple dominoes and everything that comes through that in the months and years, you're gonna get a piece of. 30 customers grows to 75, that's platinum 2,000. Now you're making 2,000 a month. 75 to 225 customers, that's platinum 5,000. That's 5,000 a month. My mom is still trying to figure out, when I hit Chairman 100, she's like, Chairman 100, what does that mean, Joey? Congrats. I saw it on social media. She's like, what does it mean? I said, it's 100,000 a month. She's like, shut up. And I'm like, yeah, that's what it is. And she's like, I don't understand what you guys do. And I said, the best way I could explain it, it's like, you know how people love to level up in video games? I can level up here in real life. And that's what this is. I just want to level up in life, and we're sharing something with everybody that they already want at a price and at a place they can't get it anywhere else. And so you guys can take this thing as far as you want to. Again, like I said, you can just trade if you want to. You can absolutely just travel if you want to, or you can do everything. That's what most people do. Some people get on these calls, and if you're a guest, some people will say, I don't like sales. Who likes sales? I don't like being sold anything. But you know what sales is? It's a transfer of emotion. You talk about something you're excited about, whether it's a good movie at the movie theaters, whether you go snowboarding in Aspen, Colorado, and you're like, dude, it was amazing. You know, the powder runs and the back bowls, whatever it is. When you're talking to some people about something you're excited about, you're selling. That's what it is. And so I'm excited about this. I know what this can do for people's lives. I mean, look at Richard. The dude was living in Canada, and because he's a mobilepreneur, because he makes money online, and the shutdowns happened and COVID happened, and it was crazy up in Canada. He said, hey, I don't have to be here. Let me bounce to an island and live out here and enjoy my life. I'm like, dude, freedom. That's what the most important thing is. It's not the money, it's the freedom. And we got the deal here, guys. There's no question about it. And when I got started, I was going through the academy, I was getting on the trading sessions, and I was learning the skill set. And they said, hey, if you want to hit platinum 600, just make a list of your top 10 people that know you the best and trust you the most, and just show them the information, whether it was a YouTube video or inviting them on a call like this. So that's what I did. I hit platinum 2,000 in my first day. 2 weeks into the company, I just kept sharing the deal. And when people got started, I said, hey, here's how you here's how you set up your trading account. Here's when the next trading call is. But what we could do right away is let's get your 2 and free. Everybody knows a couple of people they could get started just because they're doing it. So we created a duplication factory. So, and then 90 days in, hit Chairman 10. That's 10,000 a month. Got stuck there for a little bit, kept showing the deal, kept showing the plan. eventually had a breakthrough, hit Chairman 25. And then I said, you know what? In order to get to Chairman 100, we need to have 10 brand new Chairman 10s. So who in my business can I help go make $10,000 a month? And that's what we did. And I looked at some people, I looked at the team, we put together a little promo. We said, hey, this is what we're doing. And our goal is to put this many people in, 1,600 people in a few day period. And we went from Chairman 25 to Chairman 100 really fast. And we cracked 10 brand new Chairman 10s, and anything is possible. And I just want to tell you guys this, if I can do it, everybody can. 100%. I was the guy who could if you would have told me I had to speak before I got started in this, I'd say, dude, I'm not even getting started. I'm not even going down that road. I'm just an average dude with above average goals and dreams that wanted something different bad enough. And so we're very blessed to have this opportunity, guys. And if you want to be a part of it, I know there's some great people on this call. Matter of fact, we got Jay Bonham, Chairman 10 educator, on this call right now. We have Chairman 10, Tyler Sorensen, and you guys already heard from Chairman 25, Richard Ustra, who is out in Panama. And so real quick, we have a legend in the game on the call right now. I don't know what name he is under.
He's on. It's Recognized Media. He's on.
Recognized Media. All right, let's get it. Cool. So let me just make him call. So guys, listen, I've been in this industry since I was 22. I was looking, when I got in, I didn't see any young people doing this thing. I thought it was all baby boomers. And I was watching a YouTube video and I was searching for maybe people my age doing this thing. I found this dude on YouTube doing it at a completely different level. Here I was 22 years old, making a couple thousand a month, while he was making over 90,000 a month. And I'm like, what is he doing that's different than me? He's from Ohio. I'm from Minnesota. We're both from the Midwest, and he's killing the game, and we're the same age. And so I reached out to him, and we've built a relationship over the years. And I've watched this dude's career skyrocket, not because he's so good at sales and all that type of stuff, but because he truly, genuinely cares about people. And the stars aligned for him and I to partner together and work on this thing together with Richard and some other amazing people in 2018 for me. And he's done everything that he said he's going to do. And then we just went to his event, Break the Code, in Miami, Florida. Type 7s in the chat if you guys were at Break the Code this past weekend, by the way. Probably the best event I've ever seen in my entire life. I don't know how he did it, but he had Grant Cardone there. He had Ed Milet there. He had Rob Dyrdek there. He had some of the greatest entrepreneurs of our time at this event. And Alex, I'm watching Alex on stage. I'm like, how is this dude my age, boys with the best in the game? It's like, dude, alignment. This dude is an absolute boss. And we're grateful to have him on this call to share some vision with you guys tonight. So Alex, go ahead. I know you're busy. You're jumping out of a meeting real quick to hop on here, but the floor is yours.
All right. Well, hey, Joe, I really appreciate that, man. And just want to give it back to you. You know, you're definitely one of the most tremendous leaders I've ever worked with. And, you know, you're already in the $1 Million Hall of Fame. And now we got to get you to that $1 Million per month Hall of Fame, man. And I know we're going to make that thing happen. So shout out to you. Shout out to, Richard for putting this thing on as well. I know Tyler's on here. Jay Bonham's on here. We got some amazing prospects on here, some very high-level prospects, I was told, on here as well. And it just goes to show you that, what we're doing is really working. And I can give you guys a little macro perspective. I've been in the industry of, network marketing now since 2011, and I've never been this excited before. And I can genuinely tell you that because, I just spent 8 hours with our CEO 2 days ago going over the plan for 2023 and really beyond, looking at the different marketing stuff, looking at different, rebranding and repositioning for the future. Because, times are always changing. And when times change as a company, you got to also adapt. It's like adapt or die. So I can tell you that, we are deploying so much resources and time, money, energy, effort, bringing in experts to make sure that we are still, top tier in this profession. But really quick, guys, if you're on this call and you're brand new, listen, you just got a lot of information, and it's a lot. Like, it's a lot. You're like, yo, I'm listening to multiple people talk. I'm hearing Forex, I'm hearing crypto, I'm hearing e-commerce, I'm hearing travel, I'm hearing, Break the Code, I'm hearing all these different things. Like, what's really going on here? And just to simplify everything, it's pretty simple. You get started tonight for a couple $100, okay? You're going to get access to unbelievable information, right? Real education on how you can better your lives financially. If you're interested in trading, we got Forex. If you're interested in crypto, we got crypto. We have e-commerce. We have travel. We have health and wellness coming out end of 2023. So we really truly have something for everybody. And the number one thing I can tell you is that when you get started, sure, can you learn how to make money by trading and multiplying money? For sure. Can you get in and do what Joey just talked about, going Chairman 10 and getting the, $10,000 a month or $1,000 a month? Yeah, sure you can. But the biggest thing you're going to get is you're going to get access to community. You're going to get access to relationships. Relationships is really, the secret of the segue, to more, just like Joey said, man, I'm from the Midwest too, man. He was in Minnesota. I was in Ohio. Big goals, big dreams, big aspirations. I don't come from a rich family, but I always wanted to be rich. I wanted to take care of my family. I wanted to be the one in my family to, really make it happen and make sure everybody else is good. And in 2023, with all this stuff going on with, whether it's Chat GBT or it's Elon Musk talking about we're going to chip the first human within the next 4 to 6 months, which is happening, by the way, right? And then they're going to take Chat GBT software and they're going to embed it into human skin like androids. Like, this is real. This isn't like sci-fi movie. And you got to be on this call thinking, dude, what am I doing to position myself to be ready for this shift that's happening? Like, this isn't a joke. This isn't a game. The middle class in America is completely being depleted. And now you're on a call, it's 10:42 p.m. for me, and you can be a part of a community, a company that did almost 200 million last year, by the way, in sales. That's a real number. And you're going to get access to people like Richard, like Joey, like Ty, like myself, that are going to be able to teach you, coach you, train you, mentor you, and help you guys position yourself for, wealth building and wealth creation in 2023 moving forward. We're getting ready for a massive convention of, 5,000 plus people in Rotterdam, Netherlands. And we're going to be in Orlando, Florida, weekend after, that event. So if you're on this call and you're like, man, I'm on the fence, do I really want to be a part of this community and a part of this company? I'm here to tell you the answer is yes, right? People say, well, Alex, what's the worst thing that can happen? The worst thing that can happen is you get involved and you learn some new information. You get education from people that aren't just teachers and professors in universities, but they're teachers and professors in the game of life and in the game of money, right? Information is one of the only things that can dictate and change your situation. And iMastery Academy, guys, we've been doing this for me since 2016. We're getting bigger, better, stronger, faster, better foundation, better fundamentals. We're doing a rollout in Rotterdam. You guys are going to go berserko when you see what we're doing with this company, with the name, with the brand, just with everything. I can't go too deep into that, but just understand the best is truly yet to come. And you got to just ask yourself, you know what? How was my 2022? If my 2022 wasn't stellar, what am I doing differently to make 2023 a great year? Take fitness and Joey Wilson, for example. If you follow Joey on Instagram, which all of you should for sure, this dude is in the gym every single day. Okay. And he's working his business every single day. Joey said it, man. He said, man, Alex is not the best of sales, best marketer, best this, best that. I'm not. Joey's not the sharpest crayon in the box either. But you know what we do? We are disciplined. We are committed. Even the days we don't feel like it, man, we still do it. We figure out how to get it done. I'm in a meeting over here with people that are worth hundreds of millions of dollars talking about real estate. I step out to do this. You know why? Because I know this is what allows me to do that and there, right? This is the main thing. Keep the main thing the main thing. And if 2022 wasn't the best year for you, ask yourself, what am I doing differently in 2023 to make sure this year is a whole lot better than 2022? So guys, I appreciate you. If we're not on Instagram together, make sure we're on there. If you're not plugged into the iMastery Academy, get back with the person that got you on this call. Get started tonight. I want to say the Empowered Pack is $275, like $275. And I'm not here to downplay the amount of money that $275 is, but guys, $275, if that's a lot of money to you, I'm telling you guys right now, you got to do something different to get a different result. I'm not making an income claim. So if anybody's on here, a regulator or something, I'm not telling you can earn a lot of money. I'm not saying I'm guaranteeing you success, but this car right here, okay, this car right here costs $480,000. All right, it's a Rolls Royce Cullinan. And I'm telling you guys right now, you can't be scared of $275 to learn new information and new education if you have big goals, dreams, and aspirations. Some of you get so caught up in picking up a quarter off the ground, you miss the $100 bill flying across your face. This opportunity is a golden opportunity, and there's never been a better time to start than yesterday. The second best time to start is right now. It's still January. You get involved with this. Imagine your life 1 year from now, guys. You have my personal commitment. I would do everything in my power to make sure this is the best decision of your life. Okay. Joey does these calls freaking every single day, man. These Elevate calls are inspirational and unbelievable opportunity presentations and trainings. You have Richard Ustra. You have a lot of people on here that care about you. Okay. This is a community. This is a team. This is a family. The last thing I'm going to say, you can't get to massive heights alone. I had to learn this. I used to think, man, if I just work super hard by myself, I'm going to do it. I'm going to get there. I'm telling you, when I decided to collaborate, and I decided to share stages, and I decided to share calls, and I decided to embrace an abundant mentality instead of this scarcity mindset, guys, everything in my life multiplied, 5x. Okay. So get started with iMastery Academy. $275 is not a lot of money. Go find the money, sell a PS3, donate blood plasma. Just joking, kind of. Do whatever you need to do. All right, to get started and change your life. So Richard or Joey, back to you guys. I appreciate you guys so much. And listen, I'm pumped for you in America, man. Orlando. If you don't have your ticket, get your ticket. They're like $100 or $150. Chris Terry's going to be there. Joey Wilson's going to be on stage. Richard's going to be there. Ty, I'm going to be there. Get to Orlando Convention and change your life. And let's rock and roll. All right. God bless you guys. And I wish you nothing but blessings and abundance. Welcome to iMastery Academy. Let's go.
Wow. That's vintage Alex Morton right there. For those of you guys who know, that was incredible. And yeah, guys, listen, if you want to get started, awesome. If you don't, awesome. It's all good either way. I just want to say this one thing and we can end the call. If you want to do your launch call, you got me, you got Richard, you got Tyler, you got Jay. Let's do it. Let's get you guys to Chairman 10 in the next 90 days. Whatever you guys need, I'm here for you as well. He hit so many points on the head. It's true. I can't do this by myself. I was just telling Richard that today. I said, we need to stick together. We all need to stick together, rally, and become financially free together. Money isn't everything, but it's right up there with oxygen on how bad you need it. And I just want to help all of you go Chairman 100 in 2023 and get all the value in the world out of our products and services. And we can all take this thing to the top together. So again, I appreciate you guys. If you want to get started, let's crush it. We'll help you do a launch call this week, next week, the week after that. It doesn't matter, but I am all in, baby. And I'm not stopping until everybody's a six-figure trader and everybody's a Chairman 100 making $100,000 a month. So you can do what you want to do every single day with the people that you love and care about. It's game time. Appreciate you guys. Have a good night. Peace.